What is up, everybody? Welcome back to HitchHiker, episode number 4 with me, GamerKnoob. Let's get on to this ride number 4, shall we, with Bahar Saeed. We're in a trunk. Phone and matchbook. Yeah, call Vern.
Yellow.
Vern?
Copernicus? Is that you?
Yes, help me out of here.
Let me guess. You've gotten yourself into some kind of jam. Swinging by your toes over a tiger cage?
I think I've been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? That doesn't sound like part of your dream. Then again, you do have a way of making enemies. Who'd you piss off this time?
The waitress, she betrayed me.
Leia. Well, you only get what you deserve from her. Mind your manners and she's liable to bring you a free refill. Rub her the wrong way, and she might just spit in it. She wants to give us the benefit of the doubt, but we seem to be making it hard for her.
She was nice to me. Tried to help me.
Speaking of which, did you find the box, Copernicus?
I did. Yeah, in the mailbox.
Have you opened it yet?
No, I haven't found the key.
Figure out a way to open that box, Copernicus. Inside, you'll find out who you really are.
Will you help me with find the man with many eyes?
Don't mess with him, kid. He's the final gatekeeper. Way too strong. You need to learn the spell first, before you can go up against him.
There's a spell? What spell?
Hey, if I knew it, I'd tell you. But let's start by getting you out of that box. Lucky for you, I've got my farmer's almanac here.
Oh, great.
Let's have a look.
Be helpful.
Hang on. C, cabbage, caraway, carrot, car trunk. First thing you should do is reach around for the latch. Sounds kind of obvious.
Yeah? Nope, there's no latch.
Okay, next step. See if you can scare up the brake lights. Can you find them? It's a little gizmo with some wires.
Got him.
Okay. Yank on the wires and try to pull the lights into the trunk with you.
Okay.
Got them? What color are the lights?
Red.
We need a green light, kid. A steady green light. That's the way forward.
Okay.
Gotta run now. Good luck to you, kid.
No, Vern, I'm in a truck. Ah, dang it, Vern. I need a green light, huh? Circle to circle. Plus to plus. Not pink, not a plus. Not pink, not a plus, so a minus. Not green, not pink. Not green, not pink. Oh dear. Not gonna work then. Not green, not pink. Gotta be blue. Green plus. Not green, not circle. Easy. Easy peasy, my friends. We crushed that puzzle. Oh, let me out. And I'm out. Did you kidnap me? How did I end up in your trunk?
ما أدري شو تسوي بسيارتي.
What?
بس من خبرتي بهذا المكان
He's a
راح
robot.
أتسح بعدين.
Look at his neck. He's a robot. English?
English. آسف.
He's a robot.
ما أدري هاي مو صدق.
He's a robot.
بس أنا أشعر بيه. كاني من تصدق حاجة سعر.
Wait a second.
كل شيء هنا إلها دلال ورمزي.
Wake up.
زي
I can't understand you,
الجير
dude.
ولا القرن
I
على
can't
الدشبورد.
understand you.
إيه معود على كيفك. أريد أوقف.
Oh my goodness. Domo arigato. Translate driver's speech.
And the sweet they dance in the night. They are stumbling on my way back to you.
I got it.
I'm sitting here, my gaze is drifting over the horizon, and I lost my memory.
I had it.
They are stumbling on my way back to you.
Did I not get it?
I'm sitting here, my gaze is drifting over the horizon, and I lost my memory on the only way over to nowhere.
I did it.
And the tyrants race over the glowing asphalt, and I try to find an image of you. And the sweet fireflies, they dance in the night. They are stumbling on my way back to you.
I did it. It's been translated.
Sitting here, my gaze is drifting over the horizon, and I lost my memory on the only way over to nowhere. And the tyrants race over the glowing asphalt, and I try to start a little. And the sweet fireflies, they dance in the night. They are stumbling on my way.
Man, I translated it.
I'm sitting here, my gaze is under at and I lost my memory on the only way over to nowhere.
That's like perfect.
And the tyrants race over the glowing asphalt, and I try to find an image of you.
I try to find an image of you. Something like that I need to do here.
And I lost my memory on the only way over to nowhere.
I lost my memory on the only way over
and
to
the
nowhere.
tyrants race over the
I guess I'll be back, guys.
asphalt. They dance in the night. They are
We did it. We did it. We
stumbling
got
on
there.
my way back to you.
You speak English now,
English?
robot.
No, sorry. I could, of course, back in the real world, but it doesn't seem to have come with me into this place.
We're speaking English now.
To me, this sounds like Arabic. I guess it depends on one's perspective. Anyway, as long as you're not going to start shouting at me again, it's an improvement.
Did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I don't think my singing is that bad.
What's your connection to the man with many eyes?
Man with many eyes.
Yes.
Look, I understand you're ready to point fingers. I feel the same way, watching you appear out of thin air next to me. But honestly, I hardly understand the word that's coming out of your mouth, even now that we're speaking the same language.
So where are we?
No idea. I find myself behind the wheel here night after night. And the trunk, that's my dream too. You don't want to know how many hours I've spent in there, trying to shift my legs to keep them from falling asleep.
I know you're the next guard.
What do you mean? Whose guard? Yours?
Every driver, it turns out we've met before.
Now I know you must be an English speaker. The only people in the world convinced that every story revolves around them. Who are you, anyway?
I asked you first. What's your name?
I'm not sure, actually. But here, it's funny. On this highway, everybody calls me al-Shatir.
Al-Shatir. I'm called Copernicus.
Copernicus, huh? Suddenly, this doesn't seem so arbitrary.
What makes you say that?
Never heard of Ibn al-Shatir? A famous astronomer. I guess you don't learn about him in your schools. One of the forefathers of astronomy. In many ways a predecessor to...
Copernicus.
Yes, that's right.
Funny, that's my name in here anyway.
Copernicus. al-Shatir, two iconoclasts from different lands who challenged the belief that the sun revolves around the earth. Two dreamers who had the conviction that their unique consciousness is not the only thing in the center of the universe. Maybe you're not just part of my story, like I'm not part of yours.
Maybe.
You were trapped in the trunk, where I've been many times. It's like you've wandered into my dream, and I've wandered into yours.
Oh, dreamception.
Takes a leap of faith, I know, to admit that we both exist.
Alright, so how do I help you and how are you gonna help me? Let's keep going. So, you're also searching for something.
Me? Yes, safety. A place far away from wars. From bombings. From the cockroaches that crawl out as soon as the dust settles. On the news, you hear only about armies and religious madmen. But it's the gangsters that drove me away. They're the ones who did this to me.
How'd you wind up in this place?
I'm one of the ones who didn't make it. Not all the way. I'm stranded somewhere in between, trying to complete the journey every night in my sleep.
How did your journey start?
The al-Mahdi army. They called themselves an army anyway. They were looking for my brother-in-law, because he worked as a translator for the US military. Neighbors warned us we should move, and so we did, twice.
Did they find your brother-in-law?
Luckily, no. He was safe with the army, beyond their reach. A few years passed and we forgot about the threat. Life had returned to normal, and that's when they came back and picked me up. 2 days later, when I woke up in a Baghdad hospital, I found out that they dumped me off there and told the hospital that I'd hurt myself in a work accident.
So was that the moment you decided to
Yes.
leave?
After that, I couldn't stay.
Tell me about your escape.
The women in my family, my mother, my sisters, they were the only ones who knew.
Why not the men?
I was very close to the women in my family. They were the ones who were around all the times while I was recovering. The men, my father, my brothers, always working, always out of the house. I got on a plane to Istanbul, where my cousin lived. He took me to Izmir, where the smugglers are. They're easy to find. I bought a space on a vessel, headed to Mytilene, Greece, the closest harbor in Europe.
What kind of vessel was it?
Just a simple raft, but not as overcrowded as in some of the stories you hear. I was lucky, at least in the beginning. We couldn't leave for 5 days. Too many Greek army ships in the sea. Every morning, getting up at 3:30 to make a go of it. By the 5th day, I was so tired of waiting that I wasn't even scared to get on board any longer. Finally, impatience had overtaken fear.
What happened next?
We did not make it to Europe. A boat pulls up next to us. People are trying to understand what's going on, but the men on the ship only speak Greek. At first, people are worried that it's pirates. They take everything from the passengers. Sometimes take the passengers themselves. Sometimes just ram the boat and laugh as it sinks. But no, these are police, it turns out. They take us back to Turkey, where I'm waiting, and waiting, and waiting. Of course, I did not remember all this in my dreams at first. These were things I remembered from clues I found along the highway.
Sounds familiar.
I've dreamed this highway, this car before, many times.
Why do you dream of an American highway?
It's a good question. I had an uncle once who left Iraq many years ago to study engineering at the University of Bowling Green. I guess this made an impression on me. Who knows why we dream the things we dream? What is your dream about?
I'm not sure. Maybe just relationship
A
troubles.
breakup? That's it?
Or maybe a kidnapping, maybe worse.
That's more like it.
Exciting!
Who has been kidnapped? Who's this person that's been taken away from you?
My girlfriend.
Do you have a photo? Who knows? Maybe I've seen her somewhere along this highway.
I do. This is a photo in my backpack.
I know her. The same woman, but with different hair color. I just saw her at the gas station a few miles back.
That's not her. That's an imposter.
An imposter? But she waits tables at Dante's, right?
Right. She betrayed me, though.
Betrayed by a friend. That's a familiar note to me. And yet, the waitresses at Dante's usually play it straight down the line. They can dish it out, but they only give you what you deserve.
I only would have. Yeah, I really did.
You sure?
I think so.
Sometimes that's an easy answer to an uncomfortable question.
Maybe I didn't see her for who she was.
See, that was your first mistake. In this place, it's important to see things for what they really are. Keep them pinned down. The moment you start shifting things around to suit your needs, well, you're like Pandora, opening.
I need to open a box. So what was she doing at the gas station?
She was standing with two men. It looked tense, like she was defensive about something, explaining herself. I don't think they fully believed her.
Did you catch what they were arguing about?
Not exactly. There was a lot of pointing at the passenger seat in her car and shrugging. It seemed they'd lost something. Or someone.
Me!
The
They lost
leader,
me.
he seemed very unhappy. A guy in an orange vest.
So it was a trap.
A trap? So they were looking for you?
Yes. I think so.
Sounds like getting in my dream. Getting in the trunk. May have saved your neck.
Did you happen to notice he had a bracelet with circles on around his arm?
No, I didn't get a look. I just heard one strange thing they said. That they were looking for a guy with 8 fingers. They were going to find him.
10 fingers. 8 fingers?
Something like that. 8 fingers. 8 digits, maybe.
8 digits. It's me. I have his phone number.
Uh-huh. And you wouldn't happen to have a strange blue box with
I
you,
do!
would you?
Yeah, I do.
That was the other thing they mentioned. They have the key, but don't want the box open.
Uh-oh. I wonder why.
Well, if they were chasing you... Say, have you noticed how many tumbleweeds there are suddenly?
What do you make of it?
I don't know, but the weather also seems to be turning suddenly. Turn on the radio and see if you can find a weather report. My God! Get that thing off the window! Get it off! Get it off!
How? Alright, let's go.
It seems to be changing the weather conditions.
Sunny sky. Sunny.
Suddenly, it's sunny. It's not working. They're stuck to the car. We need some other kind of weather to get clear of them.
Okay.
In prior calls, 5G catalyzes new markets from autonomous transport, artificial intelligence, and high-definition streaming media.
I'm not sure.
Clearly, our world continues to rely upon seamless,
Level 3 thunderstorm. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Damaging winds are causing some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes.
Looks like tornado conditions now.
Yeah. Get off.
Look, a tornado. It's starting to pull the tumbleweeds off the car, but it's not strong enough.
It's not strong enough, huh?
Warning, tornado 20 feet from car. Tornado 40 feet from car. Tornado.
Tornado on top of car. There we go.
It worked. Oh, good riddance.
We did it. We're the best. Yeah, get out of here.
Look, that was very strange. Even for this place.
I agree.
And the eyes on those things. It seemed they were spying. Searching for something. Did you notice?
I mean, I saw
What do
eyes.
you know about these guys? The ones who are after you?
The leader has lots of eyes, like 10. I have their business card.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I got you. Sure, it's in my backpack.
Balkan tours.
You know
Not directly, no. But I've heard about them. From a guy in Istanbul I met. He had made it through to Europe, but then had come back to get his family. But that's another story. He had come across those Balkan tours on his way back from Serbia. He warned everyone about them who would listen. Apparently, they had a charitable program to help refugees, promising to help them. But no one who accepted their help was ever seen from again. People just disappeared. And it wasn't just people in the refugee community either. Tourists too. There were strange stories.
Serbia. My girlfriend was there last summer.
Did she mention anything about this Balkan tours to you?
No, never mentioned that name.
Yes, I guess merely the fact that you ever saw her again suggests otherwise. Still, it seems like a connection.
I think she met him somehow and has been texting him.
Well, I hope she hasn't fallen into their hands now. Some of the stories circulating around refugee camps in Serbia at this time. I only heard bits and pieces. Nothing very clear. Mirrors. Rooms full of mirrors. People losing their minds and never coming back.
The man with mirror eyes.
Yes. People who were heading from Turkey into Croatia and Serbia were being warned about it.
One of my best
Watch
buds
out
lives
for
in
mirrors.
Serbia.
Rooms full of mirrors. Rooms full of eyes.
Milan. I need something to help her.
Well, my friend, I think right now the best thing you can do is run for safety. They probably have a good beat on your location, assuming the tumbleweeds were on their payroll. Make no mistake, these guys are dangerous.
What do you suggest I do?
Honestly, I have no idea. But tangling with Balkan tools right now would be suicide. I mean, it's what they want, isn't it?
I need the spell. Yes, they want to trap me and get the box.
Right. Where did you get the box?
My girlfriend gave it to me.
They must be worried about what's inside. Worried it will expose them, all the things they've done, to her and to all the other people they've hurt.
So what's the plan? Where are we going?
I wish I knew.
It's getting
Even if
sunnier.
I make it to my destination, I'm still not home. That's what it means to be an exile.
Where are we going exactly?
My niece, Nadia, used to ask me that question all the time. Where are you going, uncle? She was the only young person who knew I was leaving. Imagine, she knew when my father didn't. I was always mad at my sister for telling her. She would ask me that when I was putting her to bed.
What did you tell her?
The only thing you can tell when a person that young asks you a question like that at bedtime. I told her the truth. Not the truth, but the truth wrapped in the blanket of a story.
We're gonna get story time. Nadia's story.
There's a place where the river Tigris runs through Baghdad. A place called the Two-Story Bridge. When I was a kid, I would go fishing there and look out at the water and wonder where it all led. As a child, I was told that the farthest place on the earth from Baghdad is a place called Fiji. I would train my eyes on the horizon and imagine that all the water led there, to the point where the sky met the earth. To my child's mind, Fiji was the place where the sky touches the earth. These people of Fiji, they must be very tolerant people to live in such a place where one has to stoop over at all times and can never stand up straight. Eventually, they resolved to leave and find a new home where the sky was farther from the earth, where the pandanus tree can grow high enough to be woven. So they left this land right under the sky, leaving behind those people so old and bent that they no longer cared to stand up straight. The other Fijians gradually moved away from the edge of the world, and the sky got a little higher, and then they found a marvelous place. It was fertile and lush, with excellent weather, an orange tree for every backyard. But there was one problem: earthquakes. Terrible earthquakes, as frequent as rains during the springtime in this country. All because the sky was still close to the earth. When there's thunder, it echoes off the roof of the sky and causes the ground to break. But the Fijians adjusted. They built their entire civilization out of rubber. Rubber houses with rubber beds that would sway during the quakes, with rubber restraints that would hold the sleeping Fijians tight while they dreamed. But Nadia didn't want a bedtime story about that. She wanted a story about good and evil, the kind of story children like. So I changed it for her to be about a Fijian princess called Nadia, who finds the source of all the earthquakes.
I thought you already said it was the thunder.
Yes, but it's a child's bedtime story. You can change the details as you go along. So, Nadia finds a dragon hiding under the earth. A dragon with a splinter in its toe, whose terrible roaring causes the earth to break. Nadia slays the dragon and saves the people by uttering a magic spell. Gonothi Seauton.
Gonothi Seauton. What does she say?
Gonothi Seauton.
Gonothi Seauton.
It's actually Greek. Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, Gonothi
No?
Seauton.
Okay.
We've
That
got
was
the spell.
Interesting. Can you say that again?
Gonothi
All the
Seauton.
mirror eyes closed.
This is the spell Vern said I'd need.
Seems like it.
Yes, Vern.
Look, that's not the spell's only power. The card. There's a phone number on it now.
Is there? Inspect the card. There is.
Do you know what this means? I think you're ready to make a certain phone call.
It's the same number that was on my girlfriend's
Ready
phone.
to put your spell to use?
Gonothi Seauton. Yes, I'm ready.
Good. Do you have a phone?
I do. Yes, but it's not mine. It belongs to the waitress.
Even better. So, here's the plan. You call them and tell them you want to sign up for a tour.
Okay, got it.
Here's the thing. If they act like they're taking you on a tour, everything is good. But if they've figured you out, they'll try to distract you while they kidnap you.
Oh dear.
Take it from me. They tell you someone you care about is in danger, but don't believe it. If everything's fine, then everything's fine. But if someone you know is in danger, it's a trap. Get out of there. Are you ready?
Okay.
Dial the number.
Gonothi Seauton. But my girlfriend is in trouble, so like I'm confused.
Yeah.
This is Balkan Tours.
Yep. What can I help you with?
I'd like to take a tour of the Badlands.
That's a big park. You near the Argus gas station on Route 90?
Yes, I am.
Alright. I'll pick you up in an hour.
Pick me up?
You don't have a car, do you?
How'd you know that?
Just guess from your voice. So, see you in an hour.
Where do we meet exactly?
Don't worry about that. I'll be waiting for you once you land.
Okay. Gonothi Seauton. Say it enough times, we'll remember it.
So, it worked then?
I think so. Hard to tell.
I think you'll be fine.
No, don't go.
Just
like
keep the
you.
spell close at hand. And remember, if they start telling you someone close had been hurt, it's a trap.
But my girlfriend, why are you disappearing?
It's a few minutes before 3:30 in Istanbul. There's another raft waiting. Another try.
Good luck.
Thanks. To you too. I think you'll be fine. You have allies all along this road, even in the cars of enemies. I've left something for you.
I can see that. Alright, we got a letter here. Let's read it.
Hey, sorry I haven't written in a while.
Letter from the girlfriend. And that's right, guys. That's going to do for this episode of HitchHiker. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a like. If you've got anything to say, go to the comments below. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the bell. It helps me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.